Who are you? It's not in here. I had to call this one, Where Are You? Hello everyone, it's Lauren here. Welcome to part 2 of some random records from my collection. If you missed part 1, you should probably start there, but you don't have to. I tried to keep them in alphabetical order because that's how they're on the shelf, because why would you not store your records in alphabetical order? I have my next stack here. This first one, pretty random, pretty out there. An Evening with Groucho. Just a random fact, I love the Marx Brothers, and I think Groucho is a national treasure.
This lady is my wife. You should be ashamed.
If this lady is your wife, you should be ashamed.
If you are not into the Marx Brothers, I totally get it. I mean, it's like, I get it. If you are, let me know below. Yeah, it does have some songs on it. Like Hello, I Must Be Going is on here.
Hello, I must be going.
It's just fun. It's just some funny stuff. See if we can get this in frame here. Yeah, Groucho Marx is just one of my favorite people. I should listen to this again. It's been a while since I put this on. Was that a surprising one? I tried to pick ones that might have been like, what? What? Next, the Monkees. Insert photo. I actually met Peter Tork, and he signed my album. Davy Jones, this guy here. Davy Jones did a free concert at this like little theme park. Here are the songs. Next. Oh, here we go. I was talking about this one in the last video. I knew I grabbed it. So this is Led Zeppelin. It has Stairway to Heaven on it.
Yes, there are 2,000 can go by, but in the long run, there's still time to change the road you're on. I hope so.
This is some iconic imagery here. You've probably seen this guy before, and the cover too. This one I want to say was my dad's. I don't think my mom was into Led Zeppelin. And then Show the Wall again. I got Led Zeppelin 3 up there. This is the kind of cool stuff that you would get with a record. I mean, yeah, they give you lyrics with a CD, but it's just different. I don't know. Sorry about the focus in here. It's just terrible. My favorite song of all time is Stairway to Heaven, which it's so cliche to say that because, but it's true. I just can't really think of a song that would top that for me. That song is just so epic.
Hello.
No explanation necessary. No explanation necessary. I did not meet Lionel Richie.
Is it me you're looking for?
I was talking in the last video about music that just reminds me of growing up and just the music that I had on in the house. My dad, big Seals and Crofts fan. If you saw the typo negative cover of Summer Breeze, I'm sure I talked about Seals and Crofts, but that song to me is just one of the happiest songs ever. It just makes me think of summer and being out in the sun and being happy.
Summer breeze makes me feel fine.
It's a nostalgic one. So yeah, that's these guys. Seals and Crofts. Here's another very random one. I don't think I've actually ever listened to. Yertle the Turtle. Why do I have this? I don't know. Maybe it's worth something. I have no idea. But how many people can say they own a Dr. Seuss album? Not too many. I'm going to assume this is one that will surprise you. Let me start. I used to even have them in order of when they came out. I think I still do if I turn them upside down. This duo right here, Simon and Garfunkel.
I built walls, a fortress steep and mighty, that none may penetrate.
Harmonies for days. They have the greatest harmonies in my opinion, followed closely by Lennon McCartney. It doesn't get any more classic harmony duo. Name a better classic harmony duo. I'll wait. Simon and Garfunkel. I actually got to see them live, so I have all of their albums. I'm pretty sure this is all of them. There they are. Art, Rockin' the Fro, Parsley, Sage, Rosemary and Thyme. $2. What a deal. $2. Come on now. Come on now. Bridge Over Troubled Water. $3. Still worth it. I always like that picture of them. They got all the lyrics back here. So that's pretty cool. this Live in New York, Live in Central Park. And this one actually comes with like a little booklet, I should say. It's not a book, but it's full of pictures. And it's got all the lyrics in here too. This one was $5. Still, that's a deal. All right, moving on. One of my favorite bands, and I neglected to include them in my top 10 favorite bands, but I think they probably should go in there. Pink Floyd. Now this Pink Floyd album, if you don't recognize this, I'm not surprised. This isn't one of their like more recognizable ones like Dark Side of the Moon or The Wall. This one I think was the first album after Roger left. It has Learning to Fly.
Into the distance, ribbon of black, stretched to the point of no turning back.
You might know Learning to Fly and On the Turning Away. This one was $6. It's Pink Floyd. What do you expect? David Gilmour, the greatest guitarist of all time, fight me. And Nick Mason, is that who that is? I want to say Nick Mason. I hope that's right, or I'm going to look like a moron. Oh, Nick Mason, right there. Yes. Yes. Yeah. I'm cooler than you thought I was. Or lamer than you thought I was. I don't know. This video could go either way. I think my dad owns Dark Side of the Moon. I thought I had a copy of it, but I didn't see it over there. That was one of the first records I actually heard. Like a full album that I remember like really liking. Like as soon as I heard that music, it was just like, it was completely different than what I listened to, because at the time I was just listening to the radio, like just pop songs, and I heard Dark Side of the Moon and it was just like, what is this?
Breathe in the air.
And that was sort of like a gateway. However, my favorite Pink Floyd album, which might be a controversy, is The Wall. I love The Wall from start to finish. I just think it's really awesome.
All in all, you're just another break in the wall.
I don't have it on record, but I do have it on CD. Insert photo here. Yeah, that's just good stuff. Here you go. Tears for Fears, songs from the big chair. Come on now.
Shout, shout, let it all out.
We got Shout. We got Everybody Wants to Rule the World. We got Head Over Heels. Dude, I'm sure I bought this one. I don't think this was a hand-me-down. But dude, it probably cost me $1. $1! Okay, next, a bit of a collection also. And we'll go back to The Wall. I forgot I got Simon and Garfunkel on The Wall too. And the Rolling Stones. All right, so we got some Tom Petty. I really like Tom Petty. I saw him in concert, so I have a bunch of his stuff. Maybe not the most famous ones, but Damn the Torpedoes is a pretty famous one. There's this one. Then we got this one. You're Gonna Get It. You're about to have your face melted by our awesomeness. And then this one. This is an older one, you can see. They're looking older. The Tom Petty collection. I used to be a big Weezer fan back in the day. I don't know why I bought this album in particular, but I paid $11.99 for this. I don't know how much albums are today, but I think they're more like $20 today. But whenever this came out, which was... No, don't give me a year. Why would you put the year on it? So in 2002, that's how much records were. And it's just interesting to see how they compare as far as like what you get. At least to me, that's interesting. This is nowhere near their best album. I think it was just the newest one at the time. So I bought this one. And as far as other new albums, the only other new ones I have are Breaking Benjamin. I have 2 of theirs. Insert photo here. I have them framed for obvious reasons. Or else I would have shown you those when I was in the Bees. The last selection is my collection of Who albums. I love the Who. I also got to see them live. You know, it's funny, in my Q&A I mentioned how I don't get to go to many shows. And then in the past 3 minutes I've been like, I've seen them live, I've seen them live, I've seen them live. But this is over like 20 years. Okay, so we'll start with this one just because it's looking at me. Tommy. Rock opera. Another controversial opinion. I think Quadrophenia is much better than Tommy. sound off below. When I saw them live, it was just Roger and Pete. They did the whole Quadrophenia album from start to finish. It was amazing. And I remember when I got the tickets, I had never heard that album in my life. But I thought I cannot pass up the chance to see The Who. So I bought the album and just instantly fell in love with it. If you don't know that album, check it out. It's just really cool.
The girl I used to love lives in this yellow house.
I just love how it all goes together and tells a story. It's just fantastic. Same with this one. I just like that one better. Maybe I like the story of it better than this one. Let me see if I can show you this. I mean, this one opens all the way. I'll have to show you in parts. This is not in very good shape. There's the track list there. But yeah, like terrible. I mean, it's not in good shape at all, but it's Tommy.
Tommy, can you hear me?
You gotta own it no matter what shape it's in. Meaty, beady, big, and bouncy. Say that 3 times fast. I just like the cover of this one. I thought it was cool. And then the back, it's in reverse. Man, they were just doing it right back then. Here's the track list for this one. I don't think I've actually ever listened to this. This one is actually like a greatest hits, and if it would focus, you could read that. Back to the Wall for Who's Next. That's Who's Next. Classic, classic, classic. Another classic one, Who Are You? It's not in here. I have to call this one Where Are You? I guess it's on the shelf over there, but it's not in here. This was their last album, I'm pretty sure. And I think Keith died not too long after this came out. 1978? I want to say he died in 80. Is that true? You better fact check me on these things I'm just throwing out here. I just love how his chair, not to be taken away. It's a really cool cover. The Who by the numbers. It's like a dot to dot. You might know Squeezebox. So live at Leeds, they really went all out with the cover here, with the art. I mean, that's just very creative. It's almost too much to take in. Like you really have to just take a step back, and it's just so much to see. And then finally, It's Hard. Okay. This, as you can tell by their 80s hair, a much later album. Can we just focus on Pete right now? We gotta see Pete right now. I mean, hello. Welcome to the 80s. 1982. Just as I suspected. I did post a picture on Instagram of the whole shelf, so I guess you could zoom in and see the ones I didn't show you. I can guarantee you this was not as charismatic and charming as Michael's video was, but maybe in a similar way you got some insight into the kind of music that I'm into that's not the songs that I do on the channel, because it's very different. In the comments below, I'd like you to tell me which record was the most shocking as far as like you own that, you like them. I would be interested to hear which one was the most surprising to you. I have a box of 45s. If you're not familiar with a 45, it's a one song. They're about this big. A one song record, 2 songs, 1 on each side. I can share those in a separate video, so let me know below. Thanks so much. Enjoy the rest of your day, and I will see you for the next one. It's like a mixture of just like stand up and not stand up. I'm sure he was sitting. Oh God. I'm okay. Let me take the plastic off of this so it's not so shiny. So there you go. A double CD, a double album, I think. That's not true. I have sticky fingers. Where's sticky fingers? The one with the crotch on it? I don't know where that is. I don't know where that is. Does this go in something else? Because that's not even... Oh, that's the first one I showed you. I was going to say, wait a minute. Well, there's something in here. Well, then what album? This must be Damn the Torpedoes. Because when I frame them, I take the record out. Oh, come on. Maybe I'm just blind. Hey Siri, when did Maladroit come out?
Maladroit was released on May 14, 2002.
There you go. Let's see if we can focus here, please. Focus, please. Is it even focused? Dude!